What is up, Vape Trainers? Welcome to another episode on the Vape Train Gaming channel. So, welcome to episode 3 of the You Choose series on space engineers. Last time we got established on Titan, and we're trying to get everything done. So, this one is going to be us working on doing that. As I said, this series is kind of, a mixture of a tutorial and just let's play. But the biggest feature about this is you get to choose multiple different things that go along. Now, I know the last episode, the vote was kind of stupid, but I couldn't think of anything at the moment because currently I'm just trying to get things set up. So this one tonight is going to be a lot better. Now, tomorrow is my... Actually, wait, what time is it? Technically, today's my birthday. Yay, June 5th. Woo, happy birthday to me. But yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and record this and everything, get this all started. Now, last episode, I kind of droned on everything. This time it's going to be more streamlined. I'm only going to record for 45 minutes and we're going to cut it down to 30 minutes of gameplay. So y'all don't have to worry about hour-long videos or anything like that, because nobody likes watching that. But make sure to stay tuned to the end of the video so that you can cast your vote and you can hear what the new vote is. And also make sure to go check me out on Twitter and all the social media, all in the links in the description below. Let's get this party started, shall we? Oh, and also, the last vote was, what color am I going to make my base? And let's go ahead and see what that total came up to be. Bam! So, everybody decided that I should have a pink base and pink ships and pink stuff, so we're going to go pink for everything. But that's going to be the first part of this video, is basically showing y'all how to change the colors on your structures. Because everybody needs to know that. And I wanted to know that when I first started, because this place has like really good animation, so I wanted my ships to actually have some, pop into it, Alright, so this is what we're running with right now. This fanciness here. So we are going to go ahead and pull out the block here. Now we're not going to place it, but we're going to go ahead and we're going to hit the P button. And it's going to pull up the color menu. So we're going to change this hue to pinkish purple. Yeah, 100% saturation. Let's see. Let's see if I can get a really vibrant pink out of this. It's more of a purple. Yeah, there we go. Vibrant pink. Awesome. Alright, so we've got that selected. Now it has a whole guide down here. You can control middle mouse button to color one area, or you can shift middle mouse button to color a large area, or control shift middle mouse button to color an entire grid. Keep that in mind if you want to color your entire ship or your entire base a certain color. Now, if I remember correctly, all this stuff has to be owned by you for that color to take effect. Also, if you're trying to find out what color, take a color from something you've already placed, I'm going to have to do that a few times with this, is Shift P. So, you look at a block, Shift P, you get that color on your easel in here. Let's go ahead and do this. So let's do Control Shift, boop, vibrant pink. Ooh, look at that. Ain't that pretty? You know what? We're going to do the same thing to you down here too. Boom. Pink across the board. Hell yeah. Alright, so the problems we were running into last episode was the fact that we didn't have enough power. So I'm going to go ahead and work on that, and you guys just hang out for a bit. Alright guys, so what we're going to get into is we're actually going to get into using some scripts real quick. Because scripts really do help you out in the end. They make things a little bit easier. They really do help out. I love the fact that this game has scripts and you don't have to cheat and use a mod or anything to make things work. So we need to unlock the programmable block. So we need to build a light. So that is going to require construction components. Let's see, I should have enough for that. Let's go ahead and unlock that real quick. Let's do a light. Let's just do this one, just to get things started, really, because these things take up an entire block. So I'm going to put it kind of in an area where I know it's not going to be in the way, because I'm probably not going to build there. So boom, Alright, we got programmable blocks unlocked. So, programmable block. Yay! Alright. Alright, so, we need a display. Always need displays, man. Okay, alright, we got a programmable block going. Alright, I had to make sure to set a timer so I didn't play too long because I get lost in this game. So, this is a programmable block. Now, I'm going to need 2 of them for what I plan to do here, so I'm going to just go ahead and place down a second one. Oh yeah, I just put everything back in. Go ahead and get all this back out. Okay, so I'm going to place down 2 of these because I need 2 programmable blocks. And no, we don't want that blocking that, but can I build it on top of this? I can. It doesn't look like it'll attach to that, but it has to attach to a block, so it just wants to be a butt. So we're gonna put that one there. And get this one up and running too. Okay, so when you're setting up a script or anything like that, it's actually really easy to do. So what you need to do is you need to go over to the workshop for space engineers and go find yourself a script that you like, or if you are handy dandy at doing like scripting and stuff like that, you can write your own script. That's one of the amazing parts about this game. So this one, I'm gonna name this one Inventory Manager. Now for the script, I didn't have to name it that, but it lets me know what I'm doing. So we're gonna go to edit, and we're gonna go browse scripts. So these are all the scripts that I've either downloaded or subscribed to. Now Izzy's, all of his stuff is amazing. So we're gonna do Izzy's Inventory Manager, and we're gonna hit copy to editor. So got all the script is pasted in. You can literally go down here and see all the script that was written to go along with this. It's pretty in-depth. So we're gonna hit check code. Compilation is successful, and we're gonna hit OK. So the script starts running. As you can see, it's going through all the containers, it's balancing stuff, making sure everything's sorted, everything's working together, like the number of times it's been ran. And what this will do is it'll automatically name things for you. It'll name boxes for you, it'll sort out the inventory. Now, we don't have that much inventory space here, like, at all. So it's not really that big of a deal. But, no, you know what, screw it. But, it's going to be very helpful in the end because it'll make sure that our crafting stuff doesn't get overloaded later on whenever we work on this. Give me 2 minutes to deal with these spiders and I'll be right back and I'll show you why I need the other one. Alright guys, so this is what I'm building. This is a giant solar array. This is actually going to make it so we should have more than enough power here. Even though, yes, I don't have that much power right now, I only have these 2 things running. They're good, but they don't do enough. I'm going to need a solid amount of power coming in. Go ahead and charge this up real quick. We'll get into medical bays and stuff later on. So basically what this is it's a tower with 3 rotors and then blocks off the edges with solar panels attached to them. Now since these are directly connected to the actual grid, they should definitely help us out drastically for power, like just in general. Now one of the other things you need to keep in mind is even if you don't have enough power and you have, let's say, just a couple of windmills, one of the best things you can actually use is a battery. Now batteries are amazing because yes, they are basically backups, but if you actually have, like, let's say you're off doing other things, like you're not here at your base doing a bunch of stuff, you're just off doing other things, right? While if your base is not using the power, your batteries are recharging. So those times when you need to come back and use a drastic amount of power, your batteries are there as a good backup. So let's say like your turrets all go off and that type of thing, and they need to use all the power, The batteries are there for that. They're good battery backups. They're great on ships, just in case you run out of fuel, then you might actually be able to still fly around because you have batteries. But yeah, so that's one of the things that you need to think about, because batteries are drastically useful and they should always be used. Now, downfall is they take power cells and a couple of other things, and power cells they can get expensive. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I'm gonna work on seeing if I can get these batteries all up and running here. My solar cell stuff isn't exactly going very well because I am drastically low. So for the larger batteries, it takes 80 power cells. I'm gonna go ahead and just try to make 100 of them, just so I have backups to make smaller ones for ships and stuff. But I'll be back. Alright guys, so what I'm gonna work on real quick is I need something that's a little bit better than me with my fucking little rifle or whatnot. And the best thing I can do is I can make auto turrets, and interior turrets are fantastic. They get the job done. They do what they need to do. Yeah, so we're gonna get this all set up here. I need construction components and computers. I should have that. Now, as you notice, the Reavers are still constantly flying by the base. Those guys are going to be a problem soon. I need to eventually start taking them out, but I can't right now because I am not ready for them. But we are basically building these turrets so that they can take care of the spiders, so I don't have to do it by hand anymore. Now, I'll tell you, if your server or your game experiences a lot of lag, go in here to your interior turrets, all of them, like select, shift, click, and you'll select an entire group. Interior turrets, even though they're not actually interior, I'm just saving them as a group so I can have control over them all. I like to have I normally max out my aim radius, but since I'm just protecting myself from spiders, I'm not worried about it. But if your server lags a lot, or if your game lags a lot because it takes a lot of power to run, turn off the idle movement. Idle movement is where it just kind of sits there and just like looks around like it's looking for a target. Definitely tell this to target meteors. I'm not going to tell it to target any of these right now. You can literally select what they're targeting. You can't tell them specifically what blocks the target because that would be really OP, but you can tell them roughly what things to target. So I'm going to set it up just like this. Yeah, so that should be good. Now, luckily with interior turrets, they don't really require a special type of ammunition. It's the exact same ammunition you've been using this whole time. So just go ahead and find yourself some of your NATO magazines. And let's go ahead and fill this one up. Now they can hold a lot of these. So let's just go ahead and put 15 into this one. And this one over here, put 15 into this. So this is basically just to defend what we have. Now, they do blaze through ammo like crazy, so keep that in mind. Make sure you've got a lot of ammo. But yeah, so this should definitely help out with our spider problem. I'm gonna, of course, have to make some more ammunition, you know, max fill these things out so they don't take too much damage. Eventually, I'm gonna switch over to the laser ones because I really like the laser ones because they're awesome. They just require a lot of power to run. So we're not going to bother with those right this second. Now, whenever it comes down to it, let's go ahead and work on finishing those solar cells, girders, steel plates. I don't think I need computers or motors, but we're going to take them with me anyways. Same with the interior plates. As long as I don't die while doing, talking about that, I need to make sure to recharge. I also went and grabbed like 10,000 ice. And if you have the 10 times inventory, that's fine. Like, that's just one full inventory. So, let's Let's go ahead and get that started up. See if I can at least get one of these bad boys running. There we go. So the reason why I'm doing this is, of course, because I need power. Now, normally you would just go ahead and just put, you know, a solar cell down and just go from there. But my thing is we really need to have certain things going on here. And this is going to take scripts to do it. So we're going to work on getting this set up. I need large steel tubes and stuff, and we will be right back, and we'll continue this in a moment. Hey, listen to that. The turrets are taking them out while I'm over here mining. What I like to hear. Now, it's kind of a waste of components for me, but we have a solution to that soon. But that'll be covered in a minute. Something that auto collects, and it's one of the mods that I have in here. It's really amazing. I love it. If I'm on a server that doesn't have it, then I probably won't be on that server. But yeah, like, this thing is ridiculously OP. So it's great for whenever you're doing solo games and you don't want to do creative, but you also don't want to, you know, deal with a bunch of stuff. Come on. Let me select you. God damn it. Despawn. I needed that. Alright guys, so I'm not completely done with this, but I will finish up this entire thing while I'm not recording, because it's nothing important's going to happen. But we're going to cover the last little bit about using programmable blocks. So this one is going to be solar control. So I'm going to just name this solar. I'll leave it at that. Well, solar control. And this script that I'm going to use is actually Izzy's solar alignment. The solar alignment is amazing. So most of the time you run into the issue of you don't have, you know, enough, you don't have solar panels facing the direct area of the sun. So you're not getting any power from your solar panels. Well, this one helps you with that. Basically, it uses the function of the rotors to turn your solar panels so they are getting 100% power from the sun, and it'll control all the solar rotors. So basically, what you do is you go in, you set up the script, and it'll tell you over here in the data box of what you need to do. So what I did is I went and I made a solar rotors group. As you saw, I selected them. I typed in solar rotors just like that and hit save. So that allows the actual program, the script, to actually communicate between the script and the rotors, because even in the script itself, like solar control, go edit here, So name the group with all solar related rotors not needed in gyro mode. Gyro mode means if you have a ship that's floating out in space, it'll actually automatically turn the ship so that it can actually face the solar, like solar cells and stuff. But you basically, a lot of these scripts actually have tutorials in the first couple of lines of text, and it tells you how things work. Now, this will actually have to basically track the sunrise, sunset, and everything so that it'll be able to move the solar panels to where they need to be. Now, I only have one solar panel, and it's not getting any sun right now because the sun is not visible. But once that sun becomes visible, we shall see. Let's see. Hold on. Let me go ahead and recharge myself. By the way, finish that battery. That battery is currently working on holding on to a bunch of stuff. You know what? I could probably complete this part because I have enough steel plates. Don't need my spawn point dying. Let's recharge my power here. So as soon as the sun becomes visible, you notice that the entire tower itself is moving. So this thing's going to turn, and it's going to track the sun. And whenever the sun goes, you know, over top, the panels will all turn up flat. Like, it'll track the sun across the sky. And if you notice on the solar panel, it has these 4 lights. This is basically showing how much power this solar panel is receiving. Now it's at 4. So it is getting full exposure to the sun, and look at this, look at this. This whole thing is slowly turning, all thanks to a script that is tracking the sun. Now, some servers and some games, like, you can't actually use scripts. I made sure to do it because scripts are needed. It makes basically ease of play more apparent. Now, I know you're probably wondering, why did you put a turret on top of the solar alignment? I did that because if meteorites come down, which meteors only seem to show up whenever the sun's out, it'll be able to shoot and protect my base, you know, when you're offline or whatnot. Now, I'm not going to have to worry about that whenever it comes to this game because of the fact that it is single player and the server doesn't continue while I'm offline. You got to keep that in mind. You got to throw up turrets and everything to make sure that you're protected. Let's go ahead and make a few more bullets here because I do need to put some bullets in there, especially considering the fact the sun's here. Yeah, I really need to make sure bullets are up there. But, so, while this is crafting, I'm probably going to work on this a little bit more and get a little bit more established. I'm not going to do too much off camera. I'm probably just going to work on completing the solar cells themselves. But the big question, the big poll that's going to be on Twitter is basically going to be over a little bit over my current play style. So I'm working on getting established. So the first choice is going to be focus on getting established and get things running. Second, make a refinery, you idiot. 3, attack any NPC that flies by. So if reavers fly by, work on taking them down. Which is going to be dying a lot and losing a lot of bottles and stuff. I probably won't use that many bottles though. And 4, it's going to be relocate to the lake because I need ice continuously and it's going to be an issue. And if I relocate to the lake, I'm actually going to go over one of the other power things you can actually use for powering your base. But y'all make sure to tune in next time. Make sure to go check out all the social media in the description below. And also, thank you for being here. Thank you all for coming out. Thank you all for everything in here. If you have any specific things or tutorials that you want me to go over, leave a comment in the section below. I will definitely make sure to cover them in, you know, future videos. But you'll come back and see me again. I'll catch you next time. Keep on surviving.